So what if you don't have a heads-up display in your new car? Maybe you want to glance at the speed just below the windshield. Well, then maybe this is for you. Hey guys, and welcome back to Tech and Car. My name is Marcus, and in today's video we're going to take a look at a heads-up display add-on. Some of the modern cars today, they already have heads-up display. Either it's a foldable glass or it's integrated in the dash. Do you remember the NG93, the year model 03 to 06? It had the SID display in the center console, just in the line with the lower line of the windshield. Well, this product that I have behind me can actually put some useful information in just that area. So it's called head-up display plug-and-play unit. There is no real brand on this one. I will put a link in the description section to the where you can purchase it on Amazon. And it's kind of small in the box. We're going to take a look at that in just a few seconds. In the box you'll find the unit, the cable, and some manual. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So let's take a look at the box in more detail. It says heads-up display plug and play, HUD, car easy to install. Then there's a really cool picture on the back. I think it's a Mercedes. Made in China. Yeah, let's go ahead and open the box. So inside you'll find a really long charging cable, because this needs 5 volts. And of course you also need the unit itself. It's in plastic here. And this is what it looks like. So here in the center you will see the display. Information about the satellite connection, because this is actually connected to, or it can read the satellite information, because it can show you the real speed of the car. And there's also an extra pad here with some foam, glue foam, whatever. On the top of the unit you have a small wheel. You can press, short press, long press, turn it left and right based on the function you would like to change. There is also a manual, of course, in English, showing you the option that you have. It has a built-in ambient light sensor here on the back, I think. So it can adjust the intensity of the display based on the surrounding light, which is really nice when you drive when it's dark outside, or you drive at night and you would like to have your information here. You can toggle between a few settings here on the unit itself. And yeah, that's basically it. If we look in the manual short, it says there is a satellite icon, atmosphere light can be changed, multifunction display that is controlled by the wheel on the top. And you can also long press the button, then you get into the setting mode, so you can adjust parameters in the unit. Here on the back it continues. You can have an overspeed alarm, manual brightness adjustment, change the speed unit if it's miles per hour or kilometers per hour. You can adjust the time if you want to, and you can do a factory reset of the unit. So I'm just going to get a power bank for this, and we're going to hook up this one to the power bank so you can see what it looks like. So I'm back with a small power bank for us to test. So let's take out this USB cable, and it's pretty long actually. So I think this one, let me measure outside the camera, Yeah, at least it's 2 meters. That's because you want to be able to have this one in the line of the windshield, and yeah, you might not have an outlet just beside it. It's most likely located somewhere between the seats or in the center console. So let's hook this up to a power bank and connect the unit. Here on the back you have a port for micro USB. So this is a micro USB, not USB-C. Maybe that's a bit ancient, I don't know, but well, here you can see the action that occurred now in the unit. So currently it's looking for satellites, and since we're inside it might be difficult, or it may take a long time to find satellites, and it's already adjusting to the surrounding lighting. You can see the display got a bit darker, which is nice. So what if we press the wheel here to the right? You can see you can get this really cool kind of blue flames if you want that, if you think that's cool. You can short press the wheel, then you get some different information about the speed and so on. And when you long press it, you get into the setting, and here you can change between the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 based on the thing you want to do. So this is basically it. We're going to try this in the car as well, in the old generation 9.5. So here I am outside with the SAAB old generation 9.5, and it's really sunny today. That's why I wear sunglasses. We're going to try this add-on heads-up display in real life, see how good it is, see how accurate it is, and we're going to take the old generation 9.5 for a spin. So let's go. So let's start up the old generation 9.5 and see how fast this locks onto the satellite. I'm just going to turn off the stereo, if it's not already turned off, of course. Let's see. So in the status it sets 0.0 and the satellite icon is still blinking. So let's take a short drive and see what happens. And since the unit is equipped with a ambient light sensor, it automatically turns up the intensity of the display. And as you can see, the cable here is quite long, so it's routed here down to the 12-volt outlet. So it's still blinking. It will need the satellites to calculate the speed. So now it has locked on. It says 0.0 still. I'm just going to park here shortly. Let's see which mode it's in. I don't think it's in speed mode though. Let's see if we can press this. Now it says 0. Let's go. Oh yeah, it shows the speed. I actually passed one of those signs the police put up to measure the speed. Or maybe it's not the police, I don't know. But anyway, there are some signs that measures your speed. And I calibrated that to the speedometer in the car, and it was pretty accurate. So we're going to take a left here. And I do believe it's 40 here, I think. So while the speedometer is exactly on 40, the heads-up display add-on shows 39. So I guess that's pretty okay. Right now the unit is held in place by the adhesive foam that was on the bottom side. So you actually need to use that, otherwise it won't stay still. You can of course use Velcro tape or something if you want to adjust it or move it between cars, I don't know. It's still very accurate. The first option that we started in, maybe that was the total length of the ride, so to say, in kilometers or something. I'll switch back to the mode once we have seen this more in action with a bit higher speed. So let's see. Let's go out on a 70-kilometer way. And let's put the car exactly at 70. And it's there. So it differs 2 kilometers between the car and the display up there. I think that's quite okay. It means that the car is correctly calibrated, because you can actually calibrate or change the tire size with the Tech 2 instrument, which basically means that you can change the speed, so to say. If it shows 70, you might not be going 70, or you may go above 70, for example. So I'm just going to find a way to stop again, and we're going to toggle through the modes. 75 here. I mean, it's pretty responsive, I think. And if you don't want the cable there, it's just a long micro USB cable. You can just unplug it and keep it elsewhere. So I'm just gonna park here at the side of the road and toggle. Let's put it in park. And let's see. 7:49. I don't know what that is. Maybe it says time, but depends on what actually, I don't know. The time is not correct, so currently it's 1:48, 1:49, and it says 7 there. So something has to be changed. Maybe it's the time zones that can be set in the unit. I'm not going to bother with that now. That's the speed, it's 0. 12 p.m. Some kind of trip odometer. Says 3.6. Maybe it's 3.6 kilometers. 0.07. Let's see what that is. Maybe it doesn't change. Maybe it's the amount of satellite. It could be the amount of satellite that we have logged onto. So I'm just going to turn around here again and change to a mode that makes more sense. Now we're at speed. That was the time. The distance. So it says 3.9 now. I do believe that's kilometers. Yeah, let's change back to speed now. I'll just wait for the vehicles to cross here. It would be really cool though if it had a 0 to 60 timer in it, so you could actually do some races and get the result. It's a cool, it's a neat little thing to have on the dash. So now you know what it's like. So I'm just gonna drive back and finish off the video. So now you know what it's like to have a add-on heads-up display in the car. It's of course not as good as a original heads-up display, but it's a nice add-on. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, I'll put a link to this heads-up display add-on in the description section below. See you next time.